The Surfing Violinist presents Gig Organization Follies Part 2, Violin Vlog 27. So in March of 2023, I was still trying to juggle a bit too many kinds of gigs, and the scheduling conflict tension reached a point requiring further reconsideration of what direction I wanted to go in my violin performance life. I was really starting to feel more at home at Bergen Barrel, having a predictable environment without scrambling around looking for parking or power or a stage footprint. I was entering my ready to be a comfy, cozy house talent phase, and thankfully Phil at Bergen Barrel was giving me the opportunity to do so. But the wedding gigs pay better than recurring gigs, so it was hard to let them go. Early in the month, I had a wedding at Seagrove Beach, and while it went really well and I was honored to play it, the extra drive time and prep necessary for that gig as opposed to a regular in-town gig meant I sacrificed the surfing, filming, photoing quadrant of my working life, and standing there playing the violin watching the biggest swell to hit us in quite some time was a bit too much. It was about time for a change. I had a few more bigger event gigs in March and April, including an art night for a Montessori school in Rosemary Beach that Seth booked. Adam did a lot of work for this one, got us a lot of the sheet music, so much of it in fact. The gig went well and was well received overall, but again the overhead was just too much for my brain to keep up with, even though I wasn't the one booking or setting this one up. So that gig was my last one as a trio with the Quadravana team. I was and still am playing gigs with Anthony, which have always tapped into the other side of my music brain, the improv play-by-ear half, which is less technically accomplished, but it requires a lot less prep and gear, no music stands, and no sheet music. On Sunday, March 19th, I was playing a gig at Taproom. Now, I tell this whole story in the 27th Surf Vlog, but I do want to mention it here because it was a lesson for me in my violin performance progress. It was cold, like nobody outside, until, unbeknownst to me, it was Cody Redmond's birthday, and he was celebrating at Taproom. Cody is the captain of the Sea Screamer, our famous tour boat that has become famous over the years among surfers and skimboarders for its massive boat wake that in the right conditions can make a surfable wave. Long story short, tune into the Surf Vlog if you want to see the rest of it. Because I was at that gig, Cody invited me to join him on a spur-of-the-moment adventure he had just found out was actually going to happen, meeting a famous surfing YouTuber, Ben Gravy, who the next day would go viral after catching Captain Cody's boat wake, and that's me. It may not seem like it, but I do tend to be a bit of a recluse. I would rather write, play video games, edit videos, or surf, skate, and skim. I don't like going out to listen to music. I don't really like performing unless all my ducks are in a row, and quite frankly, I've only really enjoyed it most of my life if someone else is taking care of the logistics, so my precious artist brain only has one job to do: play music. So I have to hand it once again to the parking lot violinists. Seeing their audacity, faking playing violin before the eyes of hundreds of people, it forced me to dust off my violin and play it publicly whether I thought I was prepared enough or not. And the end of 2022 and the first half of 2023 have all been about getting me out of my comfort zone to confirm to me that it's my job to be out there playing. Because when I'm not, there are pivotal moments I'm missing in my prima donna demand for perfect circumstances. This experience with Cody and Ben Gravy was a real turning point for me, reinforcing just how Kismet can drop the happiest accidents before your feet when you're going about your business. And in this case, it was cool too, because I was streaming when this moment happened, and I got to capture this moment live. The challenge, I've realized since then, is that it's time to up the ante with my show and start utilizing some of my video and on-camera skills at my gigs. A lot of times I'm just a bump on a log up there. No stage presence, just playing the violin, naming the song, and moving on. Kind of just a violin jukebox, which sometimes is fine depending on the vibe. Sometimes people go to bars and restaurants and want to be able to hear each other and talk and catch up, and I try to be sensitive to that. But I have not been as good at connecting with audiences who are only there for the music and want to have a good time. So that is my current challenge, spicing up the stage presence and making the live streams a bit better from a sound and video production standpoint to make you feel more like you are there if you aren't. But in April, May, and June, I had some more pressing concerns. How to manage my sheet music, how to get better sound, and how to have a lot less clutter in my corner. Until then, best of luck and keep practice, preparation, performance, and production consistent, even if your muse isn't. Godspeed, virtuosos in training. To see these videos early, without ads, join the lineup here on YouTube. You just need a YouTube account, and for $1.99 a month, you click this little join button and sign up to get early and ad-free access to 4 monthly vlogs: the Surf Vlog, the Masala Vlog, the Violin Vlog, and the Family Vlog. Thank you very much.